hombre extraordinario.
Me impresiona mucho.
Pues ¿sabes qué? Yo creo que no es tanto el físico, es más bien la personalidad que tiene y todo lo que proyecta.
Ya me lo imagino con su smoking blanco, un martini en una mano y un costoso habano en la otra.
Provocativo. Atractivo.
A new stereophonic sound spectacular.
Hello there, and welcome to the exciting world of hip. This is a new departure in language instruction for English-speaking people who want to talk to and be understood by jazz musicians, hipsters, beatniks, juvenile delinquents, and the criminal fringe.
Bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur. Nous allons, grâce à ce disque créé spécialement pour vous, essayer de tirer ensemble le maximum de qualité sonore de votre chaîne haute fidélité.
Sit back, relax, and close your eyes.
Humanity, our feet is in, it's time to say goodbye. The party's over as the laughter dies, an angel cries. Humanity, it's au revoir to your insanity. You sold your soul to feed your vanity, your fantasies and lies. You're a drop in the rain, just a number, not a name. And you don't see it, you don't believe it. At the end of the day, you're a needle in the hay. Your sign is sealed it, and now you gotta deal with it. Be on your way. Adios, amigo. There's a price to pay for all the egotistic games you played. The world you made is gone. You're a drop in the rain, just a number, not a name. And you don't see it, you don't believe.
Replace humanity with agility, guys. And I wrote a poem on that. Available on my blog at the Daily Agile. Yeah, that's it, guys. Agility. Agility. Goodbye. Welcome, everybody. I'm Alexandre Frédéric Joly, the founder, creator, innovator, owner of the Agile Lounge for Business Agility, among other business and venture, practicing real Scrum, great Scrum, and enterprise Scrum and business agility, taught by my great friend and mentor, Mike Beadle, and so many others. Actually, as I mentioned in blog a lot of times, I did say that among the 17 co-signer of this Agile Manifesto for software development, only 3 are the real men, and maybe 5. Let's go up to 5. But there's a bunch of others, like those losers at Agile Alliance, those bozos, as Steve Jobs will say, that they don't get it. And now, on January the 3rd, they put this in the corner. This was the promise of Agile. This was the promise of craftsmanship, of software developer, experienced customer designer, creator, quality testing, because quality is key in the definition of done. Actually, extreme programming and Scrum are the mother and father of this Agile Manifesto, this Agile Software Manifesto that came from a consortium on hardware. Yes. Know your story, know your real McCoy. So I am actually, this is a fake life. I'm recording it for both the audio podcasts of the Dare Real Agile on the series of the Agile Wars. I had to come back. A lot of things are happening in the world right now. Some people are talking COVID-25, yes, or Disease X, starting in Hong Kong, China, and Shanghai, and everything. There's rumors of wars, everything is instability, inflation, economic disorder. Actually, I would like to tell you that I would rather be, because right now you listen to this on Wednesday, January the 8th, reacting to press communique from PMI Global, clapping like seal their acquisition, because it's mostly, for me, it's an acquisition of the failure of Agile Alliance. I had predicted it for so many years and months. I told you, since this Agile 2024 in Dallas, where they were 40% attendance only, that's a total failure. I won't name anyone today, but a couple of those 12 co-signers, they don't get it. They back to the square one of 2000 on the Merck chat room, arguing that their framework and their process is better than others, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so, and what was that in 2015? Modern Agile. This is the French version, though, but, reveal the awesomeness in everyone, yes. Always bring value continuously, and especially to your customer, because you don't have business without customers. So this is the thing we forget. It's a business. It's capitalism. And it's an experience that clients want. Oh, and also the empirism was very important for modern Agile. I salute them, by the way, because at least they try to modernize this. They try to apply this principle of having business marketing, everything that is non-IT, non-development, non-software, with the software people, with the engineer. That was the great thing. They didn't reinvent or reimagine like Jim I. Smith and his bunch of bozo wanted to do. No. That was a true vulgarization of the 4 values of the Agile Manifesto into a modern Agile, opening the door to this business agility, which is the real revolution Mike Beadle reminded us in Chicago in 2017. And I'm here to remind all of us of this great importance, of this great giant he was, Mike Beadle. If he was with us, if you were with us, sorry, I'm a little bit tired, but anyways, right now you're watching this, it's a fake live. And I'm going to read you I don't want to say my reaction, but it was like, it's a continuity of my reflection in my decision that I took to open this Onward 2025 to quit the movement of Agile as it is right now, this fading fake community, whether it's Montreal or all around the United States, and especially this Agile Alliance and Scrum Alliance, after this 2 years that I already renew my certification, goodbye, like Scorpion sing us. And by the way, I might be striked for it on YouTube. Who cares? I'm not monetizing my channel, but you could, you could buy me a coffee if you like. And in the description of this video, especially on YouTube and Rumble, you have many links to encourage me. Even go to my store and get your gear of Scrum beer. After so many years, a lot of you asking me that. Will we have a mug of the Scrum beer? Yes, it is right now available for a very affordable price with very nice shipping and 20% off if you use the promo code Scrum beer. So enough of this introduction. I'd like to jump right away into what I wrote this morning of January 7th, and you have it here on the audio podcast and this short vlogcast. My kind of response to I don't know what to call it, but for me, it's the split of responsible craftsmanship and innovation versus the conformist centralized process is now complete. For those who follow me since 2021, when we celebrate the apparent Agile 20th, we all remember at that moment that I saw the trend. I said we will be in 2022 in a great split, and the great split, like Uncle Bob, remind us the craftsmanship of those who do the work, those who build the app, the software, and everything was put in jeopardy by the business people who wanted process, who wanted to actually use the Agile as a methodology, as a mindset. It's not a method. It's not a methodology. It might be a kind of an approach or a mindset, but even though it's not, Agile is an adjective. With those 4 values and the 12 principles to inform you and inform patterns of doing things, but doing things, as they said in the modern thing, with continuous improvement of uncovering new ways every time, empirically. So that's the part we forget. And we forget the importance of those great subject matter experts that we hire. And Steve Jobs have it better than me, telling you in your face that don't stop hiring a bunch of bozo called project manager and even agile coach. Just let them self-organize, self-manage, and do the work and make mistake and correct them and don't replay them. So the Agile Crossroads, from PMI's Takeover to building an Agora of responsible agility. So as I said, for me since last fall, being at PMI Ottawa, that I still praise, by the way, and don't get me wrong here, what I'm saying is really objective, calm, it's a reaction to this. Actually, I kind of praise PMI because the winner takes it all. Agile has lost. Agile has Agile is the traitor. All of these institutions of Agile, Scrum Alliance, Scrum Org, Agile Alliance, even the ICF and his kind of branch of Agile, all of these things, the big 4, the big firm who use the word Agile into a kind of a marketing disposition, very, very bad, these are the loser that lost everything in this year of 2025. And PMI buying Discipline Agile from one of the co-signers. Remember who exactly? So tell me in the comment below who was the creator of Discipline Agile. I know it was one of the co-signers, but I'm not sure who it was. But anyways, they use it as a toolbox to enhance their practice. And you know what? As a project manager myself, I do prefer product management. And as I said, I prefer to just be there to be a leader who serve a team who need anything from the business or the corporation to advance their development of the product and the experience they want to give to users and the customer. So that being said, I'm more like a change manager. I'm myself a SME and contact center as a service. Anyways, those very big ERP application, I'm good for that because I just realized that 24 years after this manifesto of Agile software development, and the Christmas party that we just went through, or Hanukkah celebration. So what do you do, son? Oh, I'm a Scrum Master. What the F? What do you say? What do you do? So it's for a Scrum Master or for a project manager. It's really hard to explain to Aunt Almi what you do. And the market, and I'm going to come back probably at the end of the month with a talent agile type of situational moment on this. What I realized is even when I was more in the role acting as a project manager, when I was explaining to my uncle and my aunt that I am a project manager, so it's like, okay, so what's your project? So that's the thing. And all of those recruiters out there, all of those hiring manager wanted to have a project manager, ERP, project manager, SAP, project. You have to be specialized. Yeah, specialize something. But actually, you could be a jack of all trades. So what do you want? You want someone to organize and to help you organize the team and budgeting the project and make it advance and report to business and stuff like that. So you see, it's for both sides. I have empathy because it's really hard. So I prefer to be an entrepreneur and put myself at the service of any innovator, any creator, okay, any founder or any actual company or enterprise who is already there, who wants to transform its business, not transform Agile, not having an Agile transformation, but mostly, working responsibly. So here's the thing. So for me, I think it was important not just to react to this press communique from PMI Global, clapping and celebrating and make a lot of us freaking out, but I'm not freaking out actually. For me, it's the conclusion since 2016 of the downfall of this idea of Agile, of the not sincere of all the 17 co-signer of really applying it, all of those institutions that came to be a money-making scam machine of inflation of certification and training, okay, dismissing what the user really need, dismissing what the customer really need. That's the awful truth, guys. And I'm here for that. I'm in the mission with the real McCoy background idea of the true thing. I'm not saying that I have the truth, but I'm a messenger of reminding everyone of the basic, of the originality that it's been dismissed. I should have like this. I always forget to bring this kind of cycle, of management and leadership, evolution of a society, of a civilization, from its inspection to this downfall. But that's it. Agile couldn't go more than 25 years. Actually, it's not even 25 years because in about a month, I can't wait to see the bozos on LinkedIn, especially celebrating the 24th years of the Agile Manifesto. Now completely, but actually, the thing is, this manifesto, it's ours. It's an historical artifact, like Jeff Chatelain told us at a Scrum gathering in Austin, Texas in May of 2019. And I get on my YouTube the video to prove it, his own words. And I won't play it now, but you could go there and watch it. Probably I'll put it in the pan comment of YouTube for you, for your pleasure to watch it, hearing in that on the history of Agile and Scrum. But the most important thing is there's no celebration to do anymore. This one will be an artifact for sure. And the software development and technology and information kind of history, like the Commodore 64 or the MiG-20 or the Apple One of Steve Wozniak with the CPU and everything. So it's part of it, yes, whether you like it or not, that's that. But Agile Alliance having the audacity of claiming they are the authority and the guardian of this agilemanifesto.org. So I don't know if it's true that they kind of manage it as a non-profit organization, but please, guys, now it's going to be managed by PMI Global or a subsidiary. So I do believe that all of us, we need to create this Agora for responsible business agility. I insist, because that's the real revolution. And to have traction with open space way of doing things, to gather and engage people. So that's the other side. So if you look at the thumbnail of this podcast, this is what you have. So on the left of your screen is the PMI Agile Alliance, which is a very dark, rainy, bluish, cold city with process, centralized control, no vision, no clear definition of anything. The waterfall with hybrid stuff. Oh, let's do a little bit of Kanban here, a little bit of Scrum here, a little bit of Kaizen here. Let's mix all these things under an umbrella of BS. And on the other side, you have the sun rising with parks and people happy to work from home, to work from anywhere. It's the Agora of people being substantive, being empirical, uncovering new way, talking and listening to their customer. The Agora for responsible business agility, guys. That's the road. My crossroad, I'm taking the right side. I made a mistake. On the left is the PMI Agile Alliance, the soccer, okay, the thing that doesn't exist. So let me read you this. No teleprompter, I'm just reading it with you, and I will have the link for you for my Medium article, and also soon on my blog of The Real Agile. It's going to be there. For the audio podcast, you will have the text itself there. So good day, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Yes, that was the transcript that I did when I practiced it, but I want to address a significant development in the Agile and project management communities, if they are communities. So last Friday on January the 3rd, Agile Alliance announced its integration into Project Management Institute, known as PMI, marking what they describe as a new phase of global development. However, I believe, Alexandre Frédéric Joly, not my employee, not my other consultant or independent people at AFJ Solutions Group Holding. Alexandre Frédéric Joly. Disclaimer here. So I believe this decision represents a counter-revolutionary move on that one that undermines the very essence of Agile as a mindset and its transformative values. So let's take a closer look at this announcement and explore its broader implication for the Agile movement that I quit at the end of 2024. By the way, I will still do this great, innovative, value-driven creation, but I will not participate anymore in any movement or any community. I will keep for this year my Scrum Beer kind of user group to have exchange. But if I see that it's not creating the traction that I had between 2018 and 2020, I will quit that too. So the announcement and its framing. So according to the press release, Agile Alliance, founded in 2001 by several co-authors of the Agile Manifesto, will now operate as PMI Agile Alliance. The press release positioned this merger as a way to broaden skill sets, expand access to resources like if we didn't have before, and foster a flexible mindset. Oh, really? It's already Agile. It's already a flexible mindset, mother sucker. Within the project management profession. Ooh, they didn't know about the Agile project manager that exists for years. Anyways, on the surface, this sounds like a win-win collaboration between the two institutions, isn't it? However, I challenge the underlying premise of this merger. PME historically, since the 1960s that they exist, it's a thing of the past, a thing of the 20th century. So it's historically known for its structure and prescriptive methodologies, represent a fundamentally different philosophy than Agile, while the Agile Manifesto advocates for adaptability, collaboration, empirism, and iterative delivery. PMI's approach often emphasizes on control, centralization, documentation, and rigid planning. with all of these change requests that make us lose time. And yeah. So this merger risk diluting Agile original intent, transforming it into just another tool, and PMI's project management arsenal. Exactly like that, like the discipline Agile. And by the way, I tell you that it's diluting Agile original intent, but let's be frank. The dilution of Agile is there since 2016 with the Agile Industrial Complex. Well perceived by Martin Fowler, Daniel Mizik, and Mike Beadle. Anyways, among the other innovator that smell the shit coming. The misalignment of values. Yes, it is the continuity that we have. We are right now arriving with this event of the merger. This is the end of it for sure. Now there's no more agility. There's no more agile software development anymore with these guys. I'm saying, because if you work with us at the Open Leadership Network, at Agile Lounge, with open space technology, you're going to achieve greatness thing, value-driven creation. I'm telling you, but we'll keep it for the end. So Agile was never meant to be a mere delivery approach. It is a kind of a mindset grounded in principle that prioritize individual interaction and responsiveness over rigid process. PMI's integration of Agile Alliance signals a troubling departure from these values. Like, as I said, it's been the last 6-7 years, it was dropping down anyways. So that's the completion. That's the nail in the coffin. So instead of fostering agility, this move leans towards assimilation into a system that Agile was created to disrupt. No more disruption now, guys. No more innovation. Oh, in the world we are here right now, oh my goodness. A more complex world, a more VUCA world, and we're going to have these guys with rigid framework, rigid planning, no openness to disruption. So Teresa Foster, the managing director of Agile Alliance, assert that this partnership will help spread Agile principles and value. Really? You needed to be part of the enemy, the wolf, to spread Agile principles and value? It was your responsibility as a non-profit organization and apparently guardian of the manifesto to do so with your actors, with your training, with your webinar, with your event and everything. And you didn't do it for the last 23 years. Shame on you, Mrs. Foster. Anyways, but how can these values be preserved when the partnership itself undermines the principle of decentralization, innovation, empirism, and respect of emergent practices? Yes, emergent practices. Because Agile is not a practice. It helps you uncover new ways of working, the ways of working. As always, strive at the edge of bureaucracy, not within it. Let me repeat it again. All of this will undermine that decentralization, innovation, and respect of emergent practice. Agile has always thrived at the edge of bureaucracy, not within it. Now, Agile Alliance will be within a PMI bureaucratic, centralizer, controller, non-innovative. A responsible alternative to Agile Future. My call that I give you at the end of 2024, my invitation for this spring to be part of an open space. So at Agile Lounge, we stand for what I call responsible agility or responsible business agility. This means staying true to the manifesto principle while embracing innovation and continuous improvement. It's also mean challenging move like this one, this merger, which could regress the Agile movement instead of advancing it. We believe Agile should evolve organically, guided by practitioners and communities, not by aligning itself with institutions whose mandate are incompatible with the Agile core objective and value. Joining force with PMI is not a bold leap forward. It's a retreat into a framework that prioritizes conformity over creativity. Let me repeat it again. Agile Alliance joining force with PMI is not a bold leap forward, it's a retreat into a framework that prioritizes conformity over creativity and centralization of idea over decentralized way of working. So PMI Agile Alliance versus an Agora Responsible Agility. So this is your crossroad, guys. This is where you have to decide where you're going to stand. Are you coming with us with the crank, building the real ways of working, continuously improving to face the VUCA, to create innovative ways of satisfying customer and user? Or are you going to stay in the polluted, centralized, gray, cloudy, full of chemical, full of OGM, non-organic stuff of the PMI Agile Alliance? This is your invitation now. You have to choose. Where do you go from there? You're in front of this crossroad. Which way are you going to be? Because one way it's sunny, smell great, and will engage you and engage people you will work with. The other way is the same old way. And it's the end of our civilization, maybe also. It's the World Economic Forum ways of controlling you, centralize everything, and the decay of our civilization, if you ask me. So counting out the implications here, this merger is not about promoting agility. It's about strategic positioning. Exactly. It's again, by absorbing Agile Alliance, PMI gains credibility and a space it has struggled to own. Meanwhile, Agile Alliance loses its independence and with it, the ability to act as a steward of Agile values. What particularly disappointing is the abdication of Agile Alliance responsibility to its community. For over 20 years, it stood as a champion of Agile practices and principles. Really? I didn't see it so far. Now, instead of deepening its commitment to Agile evolution and improvement, it has chosen the path of least resistance by joining an institution that thrives on standardization and control. Exactly. So my closing thoughts, guys. So as a member, no, you guys, all of you, because me, I quit. So as members of the Agile community, we, or you must now ask ourselves, what kind of future do we want for Agile? Do we want it to remain a movement rooted in empowerment, innovation, and adaptability and customer satisfaction? Or are we willing to let it be reduced to a commoditized skill set that fits nearly into a corporate hierarchy and a toolbox of discipline Agile? At Agile Lounge, we are committed to making Agile great again by returning to its core value and principles. This is why we champion the Agora for responsible business agility, advocating for a decentralized and practitioner-driven future of Agile. And I invite you to come this spring in Montreal to this 28th Scrum Beer to talk about it, to maybe create a spontaneous open space. Okay, it's an invitation. And I hope that my friend over at Open Leadership Network and Beta Codex will wake the fuck up and start doing something into an open space and not waiting for any savior from the ARC or any other organization. We have to shine by ourselves. We have to save ourselves first. So thank you for listening. Let's continue this conversation, as I just mentioned. For those in Montreal, April 9, that's the date for my open space at the Great Pub St. Paul. And reach out with your thoughts and let's work together to preserve the art of Agile, the real art of Agile, the real McCoy. So until next time, stay curious. All right? Stay curious, stay agile, and stay committed to what truly matters and our work and our lives. This is Frédéric Joly from the Agile Lounge, signing off from Montreal, all over the world. Cheers, guys, and see you soon.